Right, let's take a look at Traveller Bestiary Volume 1. This is a brand new product that's just come out via the Travellers' Aid Society and produced by Northern Edge. It's got a lovely cover. This is one of the beasties that you'll find in this book. I'm not going to go through all of the beasties, but I'm going to show you one of the beasties in detail so that you can get an idea for what's actually in this book. Table of contents, you can see there's a whole bunch of animals in here. These are all specifically written. So here's the first one. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see a bit more of this. Okay, so this is the Vostok Tyrant Worm, and you can see there's a good description here. Vostok is a small world orbiting a dim star, kept warm only by greenhouse effects that appear to be the legacy of a vanished industrial age civilization. So you can immediately see the type of world where the author expects this creature to appear, and he's giving you here some flavour text that you can build into it. So maybe you can see these creatures in the ruins of some ancient civilization. Now he says here, this is the largest remaining life form on the planet. Formerly some sort of scavenger, but it's now become the apex predator. So basically there was a serious planetary type disaster, and this guy's risen to the top. So there's a lot of flavour text there. I won't go into any more. So we've got a nice stat block for this creature as well. You know, you can see what sort of armour difference it gets, how many hits it has fast, how big it is. So it's like the size of a dog, around 10 kilograms, a sort of medium-sized dog. Useful stuff. So what sort of skills has it got? Now that's a nice touch for a wild animal to have the skills it's got. It's also got it's got traits and behaviours. Now some of these are new, but they're explained later on. And of course we've got a wonderful graphic for this beast. And I think, yep, it's one creature per page. So if I just zoom out. So what you've got here is this wonderful creature all presented on one page. And if we zoom by, you can see there are other types of creatures, but I don't want to scroll through all of those individually. Let's just jump to the interesting bit. Here we go. Look at this. So new rules associated with these animals. It also describes some of the traits that it uses in the descriptions of those animals, giving them special abilities. But I really like this size comparison here. So there's that worm that I was just looking at, and you can see it is, yeah, about the size of a dog. But look at the variety of these creatures. We got like an octopusy type thing, like a gorilla type thing, spiders, insects, even bipedal animals. But that's not the only one. So if I come down here, this is some of the other animals in there. And again, you've got a human for reference. And you see we've got some massive beasties here. The artwork is very evocative. And the descriptions, I have to say, are very interesting as well. They give you a lot of little hooks. You might even get whole scenarios coming out of those if you care to push your imagination into it. Now, this describes itself as Volume 1. I can only hope that there are more volumes like this. I think Traveller needs more of this ready-made material. By comparison, let me just show you another product of my own that I've done for Wilderness Encounters, using the Cepheus engine system for generating animals for random encounters. So, of course, it's all very detailed in, you know, the UPP, the size, how much damage they do, how fast they are, that sort of thing. That's what you get from the basic rules. But when you switch over to a bestiary like this, you get an image. You get something really evocative. I mean, just looking at this thing, you can start to get some ideas of what sort of environment this hard-shelled beast would live in. And that, again, can feed into your play. So I love the fact that you've got imagery here, not only for you as the referee, but you can show it to the players, but cover up that stat block when you do it. Anyway, I think this is really good as a first entry in a series, and I really do hope that we have, I'll say 10 volumes. I'd like to see 10 volumes of this. Have 100 different creatures to surprise your players with. That'd be awesome. Anyway, there's a link for this in the description, and cheekily, I'll put a link into my own Cepheus Encounters generator as well. I'll put that in there, so you can find both of those. But I'm going to recommend this Traveller Bestiary Volume 1.